When I went through the career fair, it was phenomenal because there were some clubs which were working with SpaceX, working with NASA, working with other tech giants. But I would say compared to India, the stress is a lot lesser. It's just that required amount of studies is there. Like there was a time where people used to get jobs because they were good in academics, but now people want good academics as well as good skills. So if you're applying for data science jobs, I would say enhance your Python skills, enhance your visualization, research more about machine learning methodologies. It's very easy to throw those technical terms, but not every time every particular client or every particular hierarchy in your own company is going to understand them. So this is something you need to learn on the job, or you can do a prior research on that as well on your own. Our professors literally gave us tips and tricks on how to improve your prompt towards ChatGPT.
In this episode, we have Adarsh Parsekar, a passionate data enthusiast currently pursuing his MS in Business Analytics at California Polytechnic State University, with prior experience as a Graduate Support Analyst at one of the big companies. He has worked closely with European clients, gaining expertise in CRM system, database, and telecom. Adarsh is also a dedicated Rotaract leader, having served as club president and district secretary, earning multiple awards for his contribution. In this podcast, Adarsh shared a step-by-step guide to create a 100% ATS-friendly resume, helping students and professionals improve their job applications. He also discusses his experience of studying abroad, the difference between education in India and the USA, financial planning for students, and how volunteering can enhance professional growth. Whether you are looking to build a career in business analytics, study abroad, or create a job-winning resume, this episode is packed with valuable insights. Let's give a warm welcome to Adarsh Parsekar. Hey, hi Adarsh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Hi Chaitanya, how are you?
I'm good, Adarsh. First of all, Adarsh, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and coming to the podcast.
Yeah, actually, thanks to you. Like, this is my first ever podcast, so you're doing the honors.
Yes. So, Adarsh, first of all, I want to know that tell us about your journey, that how you begin your engineering and now you are doing the masters. How did you go from studying electronics and telecommunication engineering to a business analyst?
So, I started off with my undergrad in electronics and telecommunication because I like the hardware side of aspect of it. But then, since I graduated 1 year after COVID, the market situation was not that good. So I took a job as a graduate support analyst in a UK based company, wherein the job profile was to test new updates, build that relation with the client, take time to time updates, review on the tickets raised for that particular client. So it was a very customer centric role. And there I learned about the importance of analytics in today's world. So I grew more interest in the analytical side, and I like the visualization aspect because I thought that would enhance my creativity and I could do wonders with it. So then I took up this master's program in USA, thinking it would enhance my career aspect and drive me towards the data analytical field.
Yeah, Adarsh, it's great to know about your transition from electronics telecommunication engineer to the business analytics. So, Adarsh, my next question is to you that what made you interested in business analytics? How did you know it was the right career for you?
In business analytics, it was a bit easier, I would say, because I was searching for different domains and researching about them, which I could apply for my master's degree. But then, business analytics is something which is a cross platform. It applies for all businesses, all domains. It doesn't have narrowness to the domain. It is quite broad as it goes. So that's the reason I thought this would help me channelize my strengths and weaknesses as well and enhance them on the way. So I took up this career path as meaning for business analyst.
So, Adarsh, was there a moment in your studies or job that made you think this is what I want to do?
Not exactly a moment, but I would say series of moments which led me to take this shift in business analytics. If I want to pinpoint, I would say I just love the visualization I would do with respect to Tableau or Power BI, and I wanted to do this kind of work. So that's why I thought like business analytics is a good path for me.
Yes, yes, yes. And the main point, others we want to discuss with you that at how did you plan for study abroad? What steps should students follow if they want to do the same thing in 2025?
Currently, there are a lot of channels you can apply through. You can take help of some consultancies, wherein because the main aspect of applying abroad is however good your resume may be, it's always judged by your SOP, which is statement of purpose. Meaning you need to derive a sort of a great resume and also even better SOP. So these consultancies help you a lot with respect to how your language should be, how what points to add, what points to remove. So it is SOP in overview is like your background story. You can see, for example, like high school till now, how you got inspired to take this particular master's program. So that is what you have to showcase from your so it needs to be tailored according to your life situation and not a generic one, because it's same as like if you would apply a generic having a generic resume and apply to a company, that wouldn't work, right? So same way for SOPs, you need to have it like tailored with respect to your experience and with respect to the university itself. So that is, I would say, a crucial task. So try to, it's always better to have get in touch with a consultancy. I know it might be a little expensive for some people, but it's genuinely worth the amount you will be paying to them. And there is also something called as English proficiency exam, which is I gave the IELTS. So they also help, like most of the consultancies also help in improving that score, because that is also another factor to get into a good university. So you can do both the things you can do on your own, but it is always good to have somebody guiding you along the way so that you have considerably reasonable journey towards.
So, others, what challenges did you face while applying the universities in the USA? What mistakes should students avoid while applying?
I kind of was doing a certification course in Bangalore the prior year I applied for my master's. So through that particular university, I applied to this master's program. But I wished if I could have maybe gotten hold of a consultancy and to meaning had their services, I would have applied to more universities rather than the universities. So also I would like to say, like sometimes you have to keep an eye on places where consultancies are on commission basis with the university. So what happens is they are not kind of they are going to recommend the same universities for everyone. It's nothing special about your capabilities that they are referring that. So you need to do that level of research on yourself, because that is not something everyone's going to tell you. So even if like consultancies make it easy, you need to do something like a lot of stuff on your own so that you get admitted in your desired university.
So, Adarsh, how is studying in US different from the studying in India? And most of the people are nowadays going to the US to do their masters. Most of the Indian peoples, but there are the minimum students who do their engineering or completed their BA or BTech. They do the masters in India.
Yeah, and that's actually a great question. It was one of my reasons, meaning why I should go abroad and pursue my masters. And one of my decisions to do my masters abroad was, it was just a way of kind of learning on my own, because you're in a different country, you're doing things by yourself, like you are out of your comfort zone. So that was my first like primary reason, you would say, that I wanted to pursue my masters. But after coming here, I realized the difference. Like if you consider my university, then the motto of the university is learn by doing. So there are a lot of resources given to the student so that they can learn on their own and enhance their skills. And if you say my master's program is not that hectic, even though it's an accelerated program, I have a lot of time on my own that I can study, get a new skill, or interact with a lot of people of different background. And there is that cultural diversity, because if you say US has been the hub for doing masters for several years, and there are many people from different countries of different cultures. So that is what interests me to take my masters, because I also wanted to interact with many people from different background and broaden my horizon, broaden the knowledge I have. So these kind of things accumulated, and I sort of chose to do my master's abroad, and I'm enjoying it because there are so many resources. Like there are many industry professionals that we meet regularly, have a roundtable discussion with them. There are many forums. There is career fair. So nothing is like readily spoon fed to you, but it's always the resources are there. Maybe like wood is the fire is the you have to make your own campfire. Right.
Right. Yeah. So others, study abroad is expensive in nowadays. Can you share some on scholarship, part-time jobs, or financial planning while doing the studies in abroad?
Yeah, so first thing is like a primary thing, everyone would take some amount of loan depending on how much they want to take it. And then when you come to the US for your master, so one main cost would be if you're living off campus or on campus, both that like your stay is a different cost altogether. It depends on which area in the US you're staying. So the cost will fluctuate depending on that. So where I am currently staying, it takes me around $900 per month for food and for my stay, except the tuition fees. And then there are several jobs like graduate assistants or teaching assistants or research assistants. So teaching assistants and research assistants, they have their own advantages, as and these kind of roles are more preferred for graduate students doing their masters. What happens in these particular roles, if you meaning I would advise everybody to apply for these roles, are because your percentage of your tuition is sort of waived off, or your stay is taken care by the university if you have these roles. So anybody who is already applied and moving to the US for their masters, I would advise them that they look out for these roles primarily, so that you're sorted for your stay or your tuition fee. It depends on course to course and university to university how they are a benefit to technical assistant or research assistant, but it's always beneficial, and these are like the cost effective benefits of it, but it's a good thing on your resume as well, because it enhances your profile that you have worked maybe under a professor or something, and that experience is phenomenal, as you might be working on a groundbreaking research as well. So that is going to help you along with. And there are other part-time jobs on campus with different, like it may be dining, or like maybe helping with the recreational center, or several other ones that also you can are a good option to hold. But if you want to enhance your profile, then I would suggest you go for like teaching assistant or research part-time job.
So others, what has been the most excited or surprising thing about studying in US or in your college?
I would say my college, it's like the campus is phenomenal. Like there's greenery everywhere. I can go on a lot of hikes. There is also a thing where when you're a new student, maybe for undergrad or graduate program, they have a week of welcome. So they kind of assign you a group of new students, and there are maybe two or three already, meaning maybe in the third year or the fourth year students who will accompany you and guide you, like what are like good places to hang out, what are spots you can study well, like the library or some other spots, or some maybe some famous historical moments in your campus or something. Basically they'll just help you navigate throughout in the first week, and genuinely it's a lot of fun because you meet new people, you have new experiences. Like I've gone on hikes with people from the US, from the different countries of Europe and other Asian countries as well. That is a good way to make friends, so that your you survive through your program, and then it's always good to have friends. So these kind of things astonished me, and there was a club fair wherein there were display of around 400 clubs which are affiliated with the college. When I went through the career fair, it was phenomenal, because there were some clubs which were working with SpaceX, working with NASA, working with other tech giants, which is kind of tells you why it like students have pre-required experience which helps them get internship, get job, because they're already working on these projects through a different club.
As we see in the Bollywood movies, that type of environment is there in other universities that the people are so chill, like that the same thing is happen?
Yeah, very to certain extent it's there, but I wouldn't say like everyone is relaxed. There are certain days like beginning of the quarter or just after midterms, people are chilled out because they have studied a lot. But I would say there is that work ethic that all the students over here follow, because they are also from different background. They have also crossed the hurdles to get into these top universities, and they are showing their respect towards the degree by applying. But I would say compared to India, the stress is lot lesser because there are several things. Meaning it's just that required amount of studies is there. So if you plan properly, there's no stress. Like it works in India as well. Like if you plan prior, your maybe your whole week or your whole month, you're going to chill at some point of the time. You're not going to stress out about things.
Yes, yes, yes. While doing your research to find the university or colleges, so you get the lots of names of the colleges. You go to all the college website. So, others, can you tell us that what are the top five universities in USA to do the specialization in data science or data analytics or business analytics?
So I'm not sure about five universities, like to be precise, because the thing is, every university has its own ranking with respect to its own coursework. So you can consider the university I am studying, it's more practical oriented. But then, as compared to more of the top 10 universities in the US, I would say the UCs, they are more research oriented. Some of them are research oriented, but then some of them are also practical oriented. So it depends on how the curriculum is university to university. So you need to kind of research more towards why the kind of get credibility of the particular program you're applying for. Because it may be that the university has a very good ranking. It may be in top 10 university, but the course you are applying for, maybe it's a new course that particular university has to offer, so then it may not hold that level of credibility, whereas some universities which have a lower ranking might have a good prospect for the program you are applying. So it's always good to meaning research about the university, because that will kind of, it works as also a brand in a way. But also if you're considering like for part-time jobs, some universities have different approach towards it, so it might help you overall in having that credibility of an university. But as a niche, as a program, small part of your journey would be having a credible program. So that time you need to focus solely on what program you're applying for, and how much credibility and ranking that particular program has.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So the main point of this podcast that Adarsh is going to tell us about the how to draft a ATS-friendly resume, 100% ATS-friendly resume with the some of the websites that he have drafted in past. There his resume. He is going to tell us about all the process which website you have to use to draft the resume, how your resume look like, what task you have to add in resume. So Adarsh, can you walk us through your step-by-step method to create a resume that fit ATS system?
Yeah, sure. So you can try to like ChatGPT Pro is also good, but it's you have to take a membership that. But then there are several other websites wherein you can do it for free, and there are a lot many resources. So although there are multiple websites where you can get your ATS friendly resume, what I use is Overleaf. So just type Overleaf on Google, and the first link which you see, that is it. And over here you can go to new project and go to CVs and resumes. So you'll have multiple templates which are already ready, like ready to be used. You can just see which appeals to you or which is best for your experience or educational background. And there are like thousands of them. So maybe try this one. So just open as template, and then this is the code editor. You don't have to know any prior knowledge about how to code in this, because it's pretty much you have to just replace where your name is there or where is city or your country is written. You just replace those words with your specific details. Another thing I want to highlight is click on this recompile drop down, which is usually off, so turn it on so that you can see the changes in real time. And then go to the about me section over here, And then here you see it's like your name written. So change it with whatever your name is. Yeah, and then it would change in real time because we set the recompiler on the change switched it to on. So whatever changes you make in the code is gonna show the on the spot. So it's better because you don't have to edit and then recompile again and then kind of lose a track of what you're editing and what not. So you can just like see over your city, you can just type whichever your place is, right? India, gonna change over here. Maybe try the email. So there we go. So this is how it's pretty basic, and I think most of the people will be able to do these changes on their own. So some things I would like to highlight is sometimes what happens is the percentage character is taken as a form of like when you comment a particular thing, so it kind of denotes that. So if you want to put maybe your GPA in percentage, you want to write 90, so there's a problem, right? So it doesn't take that particular key, as you all can see over here. So what to do is use forward slash in front of that particular key, and then it will be used as the percentage character instead of a significance for a comment line which you comment usually. So as you see, yeah, so this is the only thing which I kind of figured it out on my own, and you all also might face this issue when you're trying to edit something in your resume. So it's pretty much simple, and if somebody wants to kind of have more simpler approach, then they can try the visual editor. So over here also you'll just directly make changes about this particular area, say change university name. So as you all can see, if you all find this is easier, then you can work in visual editor, or you can always work in the code edit. So the template which I chose for my resume is this particular one, Jake's resume. So I thought it was kind of tailored with my background, and I could use it better for my experience and my educational background. So as you all can see, it's pretty much done, and yeah, this is how easy way to get a ATS friendly resume.
Yeah, it's like look like clear and neat resume. Every year of your passing, starting year of your education looks clearly good. So can the HRs or the talent acquisition manager can read it properly.
Yeah, and then because the code it's kind of tailored with respect to avoid the ATS system, meaning pass the ATS system, and then it's obviously eye pleasing as well.
Right, right. Can you show the downloaded copy of the resume? How
Yeah,
to
sure.
upload?
Let me just, you have to click on this download PDF, and there you go. You have it. Yeah. So this is the downloaded file, my resume.
Yeah, this website is really cool to make your resume with minimum time and the proper format, because sometimes on Word or Canva we do the resume, but it will not align all the aspects or our education section or the some of the experience section. It will not align with the proper format. So it will make align also properly your all aspects of resume.
Yeah, it's true. And I feel it's more user friendly. So there is no hassle about maybe knowing coding or something. Kind of having a prior research. You can just go on the website, choose the resume you like, and just start editing then and there.
Right, right. So others, my next question is to you that many fresher graduates struggle to get their first job in India. Okay. What advice do you have for them to get the first job?
I would say currently it's more about having more skill than having good grade. If you have like a decent grade, like, and you have lot of skills, because industry demands skills currently. Like there was a time where people used to get jobs because they were good in academics, but now people want good academics as well as good skills. So if you're applying for data science jobs, I would say enhance your Python skills, enhance your visualization, research more about machine learning methodologies. Do, even if you don't have work experience, you can always offer internships between your semesters, or you can do, there are many projects, you can go on YouTube or go on GitHub and get to know different projects, work on it. And LinkedIn is also a good platform. Like I've been using it a lot lately, and there's something I came here and learned about it in depth. So it's also a good platform. You kind of get more connections, you talk to industry professionals, try to take some tips and tricks from them, like how to have built an effective project, what projects are in demand, because not all projects might be worthy enough for your particular job role, but you can always ask, interact with people for the job roles you are aiming for, and then discuss with them. And frankly, everybody is quite helpful on LinkedIn. Like, everybody wants to help new graduates and people looking out there. So it's like they are just waiting to help you. You have to just take the step.
So, Adarsh, you work with European clients in your past job as a business analyst. What did you learn from that experience?
I would say it was quite good, because what I realized is most of the your client won't be on the technical end. So you have to convert all your technical research into something anybody would understand. So you need to do a lot of, because it's very easy. Like, since you're working, it's very easy to throw those technical terms, but not every time every particular client or every particular you would say hierarchy in your own company is going to understand them. So this is something you need to learn on the job, or you can do a prior research on that as well on your own. So how to convert like your technical domain. So if you say this particular model is going to give you this much accuracy, so for a non-technical person it's not going to matter, right? So you need to say, oh, like, if we apply this business strategy, we might get more customers, we might get more revenue generated. So these type of things are very crucial while dealing with a client, and there's something I learned on being on the job as well. And that experience helped me a lot, because I was talking to somebody in different part of Europe, having a different background altogether, and discussing with them. Then you need to know how much homework you need to do on your own, how much homework the client has done on your own. It goes back and forth, I would say, and it's always good to have done more homework than required, because you never know what kind of questions you might get during your client meeting. It's always good to be prepared.
Yeah. So, Adarsh, my next question is to specific for the students or the aspirants. Okay. What skill should students focus on to become a successful data or business analytics?
Yeah, I would say kind of research more about the certification. There are many cloud certification like AWS, there are Tableau certification. You might think, meaning for it is a bit expensive, and but I would say it's worthwhile putting that efforts in those certifications, because it holds a lot of credibility. And other courses which are like readily available and free certification, I don't know for what reasons, or maybe because anybody can do it, or it's not that big of a deal or something like that. That's why they are not that much credible in the industry. But having done these paid certifications, I would highly recommend. Like, I'm in the process of doing my Tableau certification. So it kind of helps you a lot in the long run, because there are some things, if you have a prior work experience, it's good, because the industry people already know that you have that working knowledge. But then if you don't have a prior experience, these certification give you enough credibility that you are ready for the industry, which will help you throughout your academics as well as your job hunt.
Others, if a student has to choose between doing a master's degree or getting work experience, which one would you suggest and why?
This is a bit a dicey situation, because I had prior work experience about 2 years, but some of my friends who got into the same program didn't have. So it depends on a meaning personal level, because nobody exactly know how the whole admission process goes about. So if you ask me, I would say work experience helped me a lot. Maybe for someone else, like they had done a different project or something like that, that enhanced them, or some internship they had which they showed as prior work experience. But as of me, my work experience, I would consider my work experience which helped me get into the master's program. But it depends on person to person.
Yeah, it's depend on person to person how they are interested to do the masters or how they are interested to do the job. So, others, what's one mistake you made early in your career that taught you a big lesson?
I would say not focusing on coding languages prior, thinking about business analytics. But I've kind of, meaning everybody knows that the chat GPT has been a helping hand for everyone. So, but it depends on how you use it as well. So it's just like, if you want to get a ready-made code, yeah, chat GPT is going to do that for you. But you need to know that working knowledge, you need to know how better, meaning how to enhance your prompt so that you kind of get an accurate answer to what you're searching for. So those things help me a lot. And there are some courses like the industry requires people who have the understanding of generative AI. So some of my coursework, like our professors literally gave us tips and tricks on how to improve your prompt toward ChatGPT. So it's a different thing, but it's more about how much efforts you put in. So I'm putting in more now. If I had studied, meaning I'd put in earlier, then I would have less effort now, I guess. So something like this, just meaning just be prepared every day. You can just spend around like 1 to 2 hours just enhancing a particular skill. It will not be tiring enough. You can just do it and then relax on the weekend.
Yes, yes, yes. So Adarsh, my next question is to you that you have been a part of Rotaract for over 5 plus years, and you have taken leadership roles in Rotaract. How has an volunteering experience helped you in a professional life? What did you learn from managing a team and working on a social projects?
Yeah, honestly, it has helped me a lot. It has improved my interpersonal skills. It has enhanced my confidence. Taking up the leadership role, it is always going to be whatever job you're doing or whatever activity you're performing. But it gave me that sense of leadership and taking ownership of something I'm doing. So which also helps a lot with respect to preparing for interviews, like maybe preparing for your masters, helping you throughout any particular thing. So having done meaning worked in Rotaract and other volunteering job, and you get that connect with people who are already pioneers of their field. I've interacted with a lot of like governor of Goa, then many industrial pioneers in Goa itself, and with Rotaract you get the Rotary Connect with people from different fields and different backgrounds. So that knowledge and many other resources we have gotten throughout the year, which have helped me improve my knowledge and also helped me improve a lot of community based projects as well. Like I've learned a lot, like significantly massive amount of hands on experience, which is helping me now. Like I have roommates, but still it's like living on your own. So that it requires a lot of dedication and hard work, which I've gotten through Rotaract.
Yes, yes, yes. Others, if you could give one most important piece of advice to students who want to start a career in data analytics, what would it be?
Try to kind of research with which path exactly you want to take, because when we say data analytics, it's a broad category. You can, like, some of the positions can be like data science, data analytics, business analytics, or business intelligence. These are some of the roles. There are many, like you can go in AI ML field as well with data analytics knowledge. So these are different things you need to focus on. You need to that's the reason where projects help you, because you can try to understand, oh, like where is your focus, what things you enjoy, and then kind of do your practices, your research in that particular pathway, and then you'll surely gain success.
Yeah, yeah. So others, are you planning to do any startup?
Correct. Meaning, I always want to, but I've not gotten a breakthrough yet. But I'm working on it on my own eventually. So I'm trying to talk to many professionals who already are in startup. Like in my college, there is Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, which has its own acceleration programs, and my university kind of promotes entrepreneurship, which is quite good. So they have readily available resources and other. Just I think last month I took part in this polyhacks hackathon, so which was kind of having an idea. There were different sections, like topics, and we had to choose one of them and focus our idea based on that. Like I learned how to form a team, how to work with a team on a business. We worked on a lot of research on what our idea is. Then we designed UI design, and we had a demo presentation, and it was quite, I would say, eye opener sort of thing, because I had never done a hackathon before. I always thought like you need very high level of coding skills, but here it was both. Like some people were good in coding, as well as some people were just good in presenting. Some people were good and polishing the idea, having the business strategy in place, like what the business model would be. And it was a lot of fun. It was a weekend 3-day event, and I enjoyed it thoroughly and learned a lot.
Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? What is your one big dream you want to achieve?
I would say this question is always troubled me a lot because you would say I'm a person who enjoys exploring different places and different cultures. That's the one of the reasons I thought of doing my masters abroad. But I'm not sure enough where my path leads me. But I would definitely say that will be a better version of me in the meaning in the next 5 years than I'm currently.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so Adarsh, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming to podcast and sharing this so valuable stuff, all the knowledge about the business analytics, how to enter in the job market, to how to get the admission in the US to do the masters. Thank you so much for giving this all the knowledge and the sharing with us. Thank you so much, Adarsh.
Yeah, so thank you, Chaitanya. I know I'm not the best choice for this, but I've learned something from my mistakes and I would like to share with other people who want to apply for their masters, may it be in India or abroad. And it's a good opportunity that you have given me that maybe somewhere I can at least help out one or two maybe aspiring students who are pursuing their career paths in analytical field.
I hope you like this podcast. Please let me know in the comment which guests you would like to see on the podcast and any specific topics you would like us to discuss with them. I will try to bring those guests and ask your questions so you will get more helpful information. Before you go, share this episode with someone. It might really help because one conversation can change person's life and give them idea and new direction. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video.